in the Circuit Court, 7th Judicial Circuit, in and for St. Johns County, Florida. State of Florida versus Justin Merces Barber, case number 04-1748 CF, June 26, 2006. We, the jury, find as follows. A majority of the jury, by a vote of 8-4, advise and recommend to the court that it impose the death penalty upon Justice Merces Barber. So say we all, four-person, Brian G. O'Shea.
Thank you. Have a seat. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we're going to ask each of you individually concerning your advisory sentence. It is not necessary that you state how you personally voted or how any other person voted, but only if the advisory sentence as read was correctly stated. Madam Clerk, please poll the jury.
Mr. Lawrence. Do you agree and confirm that the majority of the jury joined an advisory sentence that you have just heard, just read by me?
I agree.
Do you agree and confirm that the majority of the jury joined in the advisory sentence that you have just heard read by me?
Yes.
Denise L. Lewis, do you agree and confirm that the majority of the jury joined in the advisory sentence that you have just heard read by me?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you agree and confirm that the majority of the jury joined in the advisory sentence that you have just heard read by me?
Yes,
ma'am. The majority of the jury joined in the advisory sentence that you have just heard read by me?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you agree and confirm that the majority of the jury joined in the advisory sentence that you have just heard read by me?
I agree.
Do you agree and confirm that the majority of the jury joined in the advisory sentence that you have just heard read by me?
I agree.
Do you agree and confirm that the majority of the jury joined in the advisory sentence that you have just heard read by me?
I agree.
And confirm that the majority of the jury that joined in the advisory sentence that you have just heard read by me?
I agree.
Jury joined in the advisory sentence that you have just heard read by me?
Yes, I agree.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, your work is now completed. I want to thank you for your time and consideration of this case. You have been a most patient jury. I want to advise you of some very special privileges enjoyed by jurors. No juror can ever be required to talk about the discussions that occurred in the jury room except by court order. For many centuries, our society has relied upon juries for consideration of difficult cases, and we've recognized for hundreds of years that a jury's deliberations, discussions, and votes should remain their private affair as long as they wish it. Therefore, the law gives you a unique privilege not to talk or not to speak about the jury's work. Although you are at liberty to speak with anyone about your deliberations, you're also at liberty to refuse to speak to anyone. A request may come from those who are simply curious or from those who might seek to find fault with you. It will be up to you to decide whether to preserve your privacy as a juror. I would ask that you put your notes in your folders and leave them in your seats. They will be destroyed. They're in the jury room? Okay, just leave them there and they will be destroyed. I can assure you that no one will ever view or read your notes. I hereby discharge you from the jury summons which brought you here. You will have no further obligation to the court for jury service for 1 year from today and until you receive a new summons at some future date. On behalf of the people of the state of Florida and the judges of the 7th Circuit, let me again thank you very much for your time and patience. Mr. Bailiff, show the jury out. right, be seated, please. All right, counsel, in view of the verdict, we are required to hold a Spencer hearing. Obviously, we're not prepared to go forward with that at this moment. Can counsel give me any indication as to when you'd be prepared and would like to set that hearing?
I don't know what the court's got in mind as far as timing. Are you thinking in terms of...
I'm at your disposal.
I think a couple, 3 weeks probably.
Okay. Let me do this. Let me first check with, we got to make sure we have a courtroom available. I know they're pushed for space here. Let me check with, try to do that maybe this afternoon, tomorrow. I'll notify counsel by phone call, maybe get you on a conference call and let you know what the available dates are, and then we can select the date for the Spencer hearing. All right. Any other matters that we need to take up at this time?
No, sir.
All right. Court will be in recess till further notice.